Another day, another electric car. This is the Citroën ëC3 based on the ICE Citroën C3, and well, here's the engine bay of this car. You can't really call it an engine bay. This is powered by a 29.2 kilowatt battery, and this one makes around 57 horses, 143 Newton meters of torque. The claim range on this car is 320 kilometers, which is 3 kilometers more than the Tata Tiago EV. So this is the charging port of the car. This one supports both slow charging and fast charging with a DC fast charger. This one can go from 10% to 80% in about 57 minutes, and with a regular 15 ampere home charger, this one takes 10.5 hours for a full charge. While the Citroën C3 has good ground clearance, it is slightly reduced on the ëC3 because of the placement of the battery pack over here, which you can see. Because the battery pack has been placed completely under the car, you get a full-size boot over here with 315 liters of capacity and a full-size spare wheel. So how does the Citroën ëC3 drive? Well, I'm at the wheel of this car and it is time to go flat out on this track. Powering the Citroën ëC3 is a 29.2 kilowatt battery, and this one makes around 57 horses and 143 Newton meters of torque. Compared to the Tata Tiago EV, the Tiago EV makes around 74 horses and 114 Newton meters of torque. So yes, this one has lesser horsepower but a lot more torque, and it actually feels quite good to drive. Of course, it is not as fast as any other expensive EV or maybe even something like the Nexon EV, but for a car of this segment, it is actually quite good. It feels quite pleasant to drive, and yeah, the power seems to be more than enough. Now, of course, the torque comes very instantaneously, and that adds to the driving factor. And overall, I quite like the nature of this car. It is also quite stable at high speeds, and high speed cornering seems to be quite confident, and the car overall offers a very good vibe. I have been pushing this car on this track right now, and I'm at the top speed of 107 kilometers per hour. This is the top speed of this car, and the car feels stable, but of course 107 is not very high. The Tiago EV has a top speed of 120, while the Nexon EV has a top speed of around 140. But yeah, for a day-to-day usage, I think 107 is good enough. And of course, not a lot of people are going to push this car out on the highway, but yeah, for normal usage, I think this should be enough. At 107, the car does feel quite stable. In fact, right now I'm taking a corner at 90 kilometers per hour, and it offers a lot of confidence to me. So overall, driving mannerisms aren't an issue with the Citroën ëC3. It actually feels nice to drive. The ground clearance is also more than enough. Of course, I have not been able to test the clearance on this track over here, but I've driven the normal Citroën C3 earlier, and I think just like that, even the ride quality on this one will be good over bad roads. Now coming to the most important question, how is the range of this car? Well, Citroën is claiming a range of 320 kilometers, which is 3 kilometers more than the Tata Tiago EV. Realistically, I think this will offer 200 kilometers of range. Right now the battery is at 100% and it is showing a range of 217 kilometers. And of course, if you push it hard, the car's range will obviously drop. Drive it sensibly and you will actually get a good range. Now, while the Tata Tiago EV gets a normal and sport modes, this one, the Citroën ëC3, gets a normal mode, and there's an eco mode also. So now I switched the car to eco mode, and in eco mode it actually drives a bit sedately, but when you push the throttle hard, it automatically comes into power mode as shown by the display over here, and the car feels more responsive. When you brake, the charge display over here comes up. This car of course has regeneration, but there are no buttons for regeneration. It is done automatically. So overall, the Citroën ëC3 has good driving mannerisms. It is nicely stable at high speeds, and the range is also good enough for day-to-day usage in the city. Now, what's missing on the Citroën ëC3? Well, this car misses out on quite a few essential features. You don't get electrical adjustment for the ORVMs, you don't get a rear wiper, you don't get a reverse parking camera, and instead of automatic climate control, you get a manual AC. But yeah, the AC chills the cabin quite well. Apart from that, the seats are good, the comfort is nice, space level is also decent, but you don't get adjustable headrests anywhere. All the headrests are fixed in nature. Another quirk of this car is that this is probably the only EV to not get a start-stop button. You get this physical key over here. So how do you start this car? Well, you press the brake pedal, turn the key, and the car is on without any sort of vibrations. You only hear this beep when the car is ready. As a package, the Citroën ëC3 does come out to be quite pleasant. It looks nice, it drives rather well, and it has a decent range for city usage. Of course, it misses out on a few features, but the pricing is expected to be quite attractive and bang in the territory of the Tata Tiago, or maybe slightly lower. Now, this car is worth checking out if you have a Citroën dealer in your city, and this is the only fly in the ointment. The company does not have a lot of dealerships in the country, but of course they are increasing the network. And another negative point is the fact that this car misses out on quite a few features. So if you are okay with that, I think this can be considered as a nice car for city usage. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you have any questions about the ëC3, let me know in the comment section below.